Okay, so that's how the amps are going to be placed on the front. I've taken it back off, as I said I didn't glue it. So we've got about 3 centimeters on that side, and same there, okay. And then we've got the 2 fuses just in the middle there. I know it kind of looks like a big gap, but the way I'm going to do it is the positive going to come from the battery. It's going to come through there, run through the fuse, go back under again, and then it's going to come back up into the amp. I mean, obviously I could run it across, but it wouldn't look as good, I guess, because the ground's obviously not going to go through the amp, it's going to come straight up, so that would look better. Same with this one, it's going to come up here, through the fuse, run back down, and then around into the amp. Okay, so I went and traced everything, as you can see just there. So everything's been traced and whatever, and so then I've just put the holes pretty much of where I'm gonna, those holes so that the wires can come through into it on the back. I probably will practice before I actually drill into here of how far I'm gonna need these, like how close I will need the zero gauge, like how bendable it is. So anyway, that's how it's gonna go. Okay, all the holes are drilled for everything, and I'm just about to glue this onto the triangle bits, and then we're going to go and paint it black. Okay, well, let's do a painting this thing. I went and bought all the MDF for the new box, but of course it had to fucking rain on the way home. As you can see, everything had to get wet, all the corners of it. It better not fuck up, because I'm not buying any more. It's $100 worth of MDF there, but grey had to get wet. So anyway, let's paint this thing. You can probably tell I'm pissed off, but whatever, I'm going to fucking paint this. So, that's 2 coats undercoat and a coat of black. It's a little splotchy looking, but it's okay. I'll do more. I'm not doing the back anyway, just do the sides. It's only going to be black, it's only going in the boot, so I really don't care. Okay, so that thing's done. Looks weird, but it's just because of the lighting here. I've taken out one of the 6x9's. This was in the car. This is my DD. So I'm just going to do a sound test next to each other and see which one sounds better. I mean, that thing, look at the tweeter on that thing. I mean, it's huge. That's a magnet on the tweeter. But I don't know if it sounds any better. I mean, the lanzar is just a beast. Look at it. That's a 6x9. It's real heavy too. As compared to the DD, it's a lot thinner. It's more slimline. It looks like it's got a 1-inch voice coil. This thing's probably got probably a 1.5, slightly bigger. 200 watts RMS, 100 watts. It's double its power and everything. But anyway, I'm just going to do a sound test. Whichever one sounds better is going in the car, because I'm only getting 100 watts of power, so this one could still handle it.
Just no getting over you. Wish I could spin my world into
Clearer. I think that's clearer for sure. Bass output, and really there's not much difference considering the size of that at this power, but definitely this is clearer. I'm not going to play it for copyright issues, but Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, that pretty much just gave it away. This thing sounds crap. Okay, these DDs handle it. They're not as loud, considering obviously they're getting the same amount of power and everything, but they're not as loud a speaker, but fucking quality for sure. Like that thing's crap. Like when you get with like really high pitch like Scary Monsters, and it's just constant kind of highs and mids in it, there's just no comparison. The DD's nice and clear and doesn't break up. As soon as I go past half volume, this thing's going yeah, I mean, it just sounds terrible. Don't care how big a magnet it's got, but so anyway, we'll put the DDs in the car. I'll get in the car. Bad focus. We've got DDs in. Okay. They're wired up to the boot. Now, the ones that were in here were lanzars. They were hooked up to crossovers. They were the crossovers that came with the back door speakers, and the tweeters as well that came with the back door speakers. So I won't be using them now because these tweeters and this whole setup sounds pretty damn good anyway. And the other thing is, because those 2 tweeters were mounted on the top of the box, and on this box I don't want a single thing on it. I want it to be as clean as it can be. So yeah, anyway, like total weight I've probably lost now. I think 1.2 kilos per speaker, and then the crossovers, so getting up probably up near 3 kilos of weight taken out of the car. purely just lighter speakers, but still these will probably sound better anyway, so definitely worth it. Anyway, so they're wired up now, or not wired up, they're in the boot, and tomorrow I'll put in the amp rack, and then I'll put in the small amp, and I'll just wire it up to the 0 gauge that's currently here. I won't have the battery in yet, but at least I'll have back speakers and instead of just doors. But it looks like this is going to be a real pain in the ass getting these this sub from Sonic, so it could take 3 weeks before I have my sub.